Greetings, I'm James J. Tsidkenu. I'd like to welcome everybody to China Exposed News Talk, and we got some interesting stuff today. I want to show you a video of what's going on in Ghana and in Africa with the Chinese. Okay, the Chinese are doing illegal mining in Ghana, and they're being arrested in Ghana by the people, the military and the police. I got a video I'm going to show you, and I got the video, and the video did have some sound but they had some music on there, and it was hard to hear the guy what he was saying. So I will tell you basically what's going on in the video. Watch it a couple of times, so I'll explain to you what's going on in this video. It's from one of their news sources in Ghana, and it will show you an operation what the military is running in Ghana, arresting thousands of Chinese. Illegal mining. It's all illegal mining. They go into the country and they illegally mine, and they're being sent to Ghana by the Chinese government. It's not like they're going there on their own. That's what they want to make it look like, but that's not the facts. Let me put the video on, and I'll explain to you what's going on here. All right, what you got there is you got the police raid about to happen here. Okay, they're looking over, and there is a mining complex that's ahead of them, and now they're giving the signal to go in. So now they see one of the Chinese there is running, where you see the little red circle. He's just heading for the hills. He is taking off, and now they're approaching the compound here, where they had their mining operation going. Illegal mining. This is all illegal mining in Ghana. They go into the country, they pose as businessmen and different things, and then they go in and they don't leave the country. They stay there, and they group up with other Chinese, and they start an illegal operation to mine for gold, rip off, to basically rape the country of the resources that belong to the people of Ghana. They just go to steal. It's basically what it is. Sent by the government, by the Chinese government. These are not Chinese. They got a passport. They got a approval from the Ministry of China to go and travel to this place for the heck of it. No, they know the Chinese government knows exactly what they're doing in Ghana. So they go in here and they set up this illegal mining operation. You see them walking in. You see the the equipment that they use. The excavators they use, everything that they use. Look, and the amount of money it takes. This is not being bought by regular Chinese. Those excavators right there, you're looking at like 200,000, something like that each. If you get them new, really super expensive, like I believe it's like 100,000. They're extremely expensive. All right. Now you see them walking. You see all the gasoline there, all the tanks of gasoline. The Chinese don't like dogs. They usually eat the dogs. Okay, the dogs are there basically to warn them, they're like an alarm system for them. Is what they're there for. So over here they got some Chinese. You're gonna see them. They already got some of them there, and you can see the police here from Ghana. And this is a first day guy, military from Ghana. And you can see they got some of the Chinese here. They're holding them right here. So they're beginning to question. This is the guy that, I'm sorry to say, but the guy, it's hard to understand what he's saying. So and there was some background music. It was hard to, because of the background music, and he's not talking, well, I can't understand that good. He's basically telling that there's been a couple of guys that bolted out into the woods, and they haven't been able to catch those guys. And these are the ones they got right now. And he's also saying that in this area alone, they have caught anywhere between 40 to 60 illegal miners working from China. They just all over the place, basically just ripping off the people of Ghana out of their gold. Stealing gold. It's just stealing gold. This is a state-run operation from China. Of course, the Chinese stinking government, the Chinese Communist Pig Party, are going to say the complete opposite. These are all PLA members. These are people from the PLA. You can tell these are military guys from the PLA. Okay, they run this operation for the military to steal gold from the people of Ghana. Now they bring in one of the guys. He probably talks some English. Usually he's a lot of these, this is why they want to learn English. This is why they want Americans to go and teach them English, so they can do their international business They got some car batteries here, and they got a whole bunch of refrigerator stuff to keep. This is where they live at. They got all their stuff set to go there, where they're doing their cooking and all that stuff. That's what the guy's explaining. It's not me. It's what he was explaining this stuff when I seen the video. Okay, you see they got oil there, probably the rat oil or the oil they reprocess from the sewers. If you guys seen that video, you know I made a video for that. And over here they got a lot of mining equipment is all over the place. The stuff that they use for mining, you know, spare parts, I'm sure, for those machineries that they have. And they got him. Now they're questioning the guy there. They're questioning him. Of course, the police now takes over the investigation and starts asking questions and starts, you know, putting the data together, everything that's going to prosecute these guys. I don't know what the law in Ghana is for these guys, but something tells me these guys will go to prison for quite a long time in Ghana. All right. So now they're looking for stuff here. They're searching their rooms, and they're looking for stuff. And then they ran into, oh, here you go. They ran into some shells. This is 12 gauge shotgun shell. Looks like it's 12 gauge. It looks like 12 gauge. That's what it looks like. I don't think it's 410. And now they're asking the guy, where is the rifle? Where's the 12 gauge shotgun? And there's more shells on the floor here. I believe there was some more shells there. And the guy's being evasive. He's not providing the information. Of course, you know, you're really running. You have shotguns. You have all this kind of equipment. And there's been a lot of problems with the police. The situation in Ghana with the Chinese is just not a couple of guys. It's like in the thousands what's going on over there. Illegally mining. And this is only Ghana. They're mining West Africa. The Chinese have invaded West Africa, and they have a whole bunch of areas have been taken over by illegal miners from China, who are sent in by the Chinese stinking communist pig party. They send them in there. They go in there as businessmen. They go in there as all kind of people, and they go in to set shop, okay, for illegal mining. Okay, they stay in the country, and then when they want to leave, they turn themselves. I believe they just turn themselves over to authorities, and they just ship them out of there because their passport expired, and they leave the country, and they got their money waiting for them in China, and most of that money goes to the CCP. Or the POA is where all that money goes to from all the gold sale, because they ship the gold out of the country. All the gold is shipped back to China. They find routes to ship the gold illegally out of the country, and then they run this. This is the black sand. This is where they wash it, and this is where they search for the gold. And they come in, they fill it up, and they pan for the gold. Okay. And this is what they do their little activity at. I don't know if they're using some places around the world. They use mercury to mix it in with the gold, and then the gold sticks to it, and you're able to get the gold easier out of the sand. So they might be doing that kind of operation in this area, and that's extremely harmful for the environment. And here you have where they're using the big water cannons to strip down the dirt and these small little hills and everything where the gold may be at. And they use this guy's, I think, he was saying there was like about 4 of those cannons out there, and they basically it's like a form of strip mining, okay, where they wash down all this gold off the dirt. You know, they just aim like at the side of the small hill or something, and they wash down this gold. I'll put that on the loop there so you guys can see it. I'll keep it on the loop there. And what I'll do is I'll shrink it down. Alright, put it there in the corner. And then this is what we got there. So they do this illegal operation, and they're towards the end. They started to destroy the equipment, because they got a lot of people. They'll destroy some of the equipment they got, and those big excavators. They'll start I believe the police in Ghana, of course, will probably use them in court as evidence, and then they'll probably auction them off or sell them off. The funny thing about it is they'll probably end up right back in Chinese hand, because for every Chinese that I'm sure that the police in Ghana is capturing, okay, more Chinese are coming in and replacing them, because they're expendable. The Chinese government know they're expendable, and the Chinese military orders them to go there. Basically, when the guy was in there, you're gonna as you see part of it, the video there. The news guy is actually showing some uniforms or showing some camouflage shirts, okay, that they have, jackets that they have, okay. And these guys, if you look at them, they look like those members of the PLA, the People's Liberated Army, okay. So the Chinese and the Chinese CCP and the PLA, they send all these people down to Ghana, and not only, like I say, it's not only Ghana, it's all over West Africa. Anywhere there's gold in Africa, you're going to find illegal mining by the Chinese, sponsored by the Communist Party in China. They turn around when Ghana complains to the Chinese government there's all these illegal people. China goes out and makes up a big baloney story. No, those people don't belong to us. They go there to make business, and then they take off to the mountains and they try to steal your gold. Oh, we feel so sorry for you. How can China help you? And of course, it's just a bunch of malarkey. And these people, you know, some of these countries actually buy into the crap that the Chinese are saying, and they don't understand. They don't realize it's the Chinese government sending them, and it's the Chinese PLA sending these people to steal their gold. They go into areas way out there and they mine the gold, and then they already build up network. They set up networks. They know how they're going to, you see, it's a full-scale operation from China. Okay, it's not like they just jumped off the plane and went running into the woods and picked up a vacuum and started doing gold mining. No, they first go in there and they scout. They send in their scouts in there. Then they set up a network how they're going to take that gold out of the country. Who are the officials they probably have to pay off at the border to move that gold, and then they go through the entire process of setting up the network, all the logistics parts of it. Then they go looking for the machinery they're going to buy. This money comes. The poor Chinese in China do not have the kind of money to travel to another country and buy extremely heavy equipment to set up mining operations. It's all coming from the CCP and the PLA. Okay, so then they go in there and they go and start purchasing the machine. Some of the machine actually comes into Ghana, maybe even from China, okay? Well, they know they're going to have the machine, they're set ready to go, and they broker some kind of deals with the people in Ghana, and some of this machinery was probably going in there to do legal construction work, but the Chinese know exactly what's going to happen. The machine will end up back in the hands of the Chinese, the ones doing the illegal mining. Okay, so then they get the machinery, they go out to parts of Ghana where there's not a lot of population, and they start mining for gold. Okay, anybody talks, this is why you got the weapons. You know, I'm sure the Chinese have to deal with them one way or the other. Okay, anybody talks about them. But then the police is going out there, and the military is going out there hunting them down. But like I say, for every Chinese that they catch, they probably got about 10 more they got away. They're in Ghana still running these operations. And they're spreading like a bunch of cockroaches all over West Africa. Anywhere, like I say, there's gold, you're going to find illegal mining by China. All right? Stealing resources. Just the thing about the Chinese, they go in there and they'll talk to the government of Ghana, says we want to mine your gold, and if the government of Ghana says no, then they're going to mine the gold anyway. They'll send in these people, you can call them almost special operation guys from China, because they're basically almost like a special operation people. These are people who are part of the Chinese government, the military branch, and other ones. They're being sentenced. They're being sent to this place. This is not like I said, this is not the regular Chinese who planted to go over there and do this kind of stuff. They'll have to have an entire network to get that gold out back to China, and they have to have the resources, the money to buy this equipment. You know, so it's amazing what China is doing. China basically is what they're doing is, like I say, they go to these countries. If they cannot get what they want or negotiate what they want, and they cannot pay off enough officials, they're still going to go and take it from you. I wish that all countries could see this kind of video and start realizing what the Chinese are doing. All right. And know that their resources are being plundered, and you're getting back in return from China a whole bunch of plastic junk that breaks in 2 or 3 days. Why the hardcore stuff that really makes your country, that gets value to your country, you're not selling it, it's being ripped off by China. China's actually ripping off this stuff. Okay, and stealing it is basically, they're just straight out 100% stealing it. That gold doesn't belong to China. That belongs to the people of Ghana. The people of Ghana are the ones who have the right to that gold, and they got to go through the same process anybody goes in any other country. You have to purchase the land. You have to get investors to invest with you to take the gold out, and you as a person who's from that country is the one that should benefit, and the country, your country should benefit. The people working at that mine should have been people from Ghana, not people from China. All right. And the money should stay within the country, not that the gold gets gets mined out, gets sent to another country, and all the money goes to another country, and even the people, the employees are not even from the country, and everything is stolen, is what it is. This, it's amazing what the Chinese do. So I hope you guys like this video and enjoy what's going on here. We'll keep an eye on China. We're going. This is just one other. This is only like a trickle in the bucket of what China is doing throughout the entire world and stealing resources. Because they're also going to governments. They agree with them. And they're paying them you could say a couple of dollars to take tons and tons of land to do mining. And because these governments are third world countries and they're so poor, they take extremely little bit of money and they open their doors up like a bunch of prostitutes in a hotel and just allow them to come in there and rape the country and steal as much as they can to going back to China. China is out to destroy everything they can get their hands on. They're like a plague of roaches, a plague of it's just a plague. It's just a plague, a locust plague. Okay, they're eating and consuming everything they can get their hands on and moving on to other countries. And when they can't get it, they're going to steal it. Okay, this is what they're doing, and yet the entire world sits back. And here's the funny thing is, a lot of these African countries are wishing that the Chinese show up to their countries so they can negotiate, because there's a lot of corruption in these countries and they want the money to fill in their pockets with money. But the people of those countries are the ones being screwed, because at least if the Chinese went in there and did things the legal way and talked to the people of Ghana, says, because here's the problem is, they're just being greedy. Because probably the governments in Africa, different governments had told the Chinese, look, you can come here and you can mine the gold, but we get a certain percentage. Maybe the government will tell them, we want 50%, we want 60% of whatever you get in gold, and the rest is yours. But no, the Chinese don't even want to do that. No, that's 100% they want to steal in gold and give nothing back in return. And this is where a lot of problems, because they could have gone there like normal people from other countries say, okay, we're going to do some mining in your country for gold or diamonds or resources, whatever, and we're going to employ only people from your country, and we're going to set up a company there, and we're going to share the profits with the government or the people of that country. No, it's just straight out, we're going to rob you like a bank and steal your resources and head back home. That's what it is. Okay, this is what you got with the way China is operating. So anyway, people, I hope you guys enjoy this. Please give thumbs up. This is the news channel. Remember, 6 Seal News Talk is continuing to put news having to do with the U.S. and different things. But for the most part, the Chinese news that I was putting out on 6 Seal News Talk is now here in this channel. Okay, on China Exposed News Talk. So remember that. Please subscribe to the channel. I need to get at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views in total, so I can go ahead and apply for monetizing. That will help out this channel, and all these resources, the stuff that helps out the channel, helps this channel and other channels that I have. That all goes to exposing a lot of this stuff that the Chinese are doing, and the stuff that's going on in the U.S. with the socialist communist media. So I need your guys' help. You guys, by watching these videos and sharing the videos, and also giving thumbs up, and of course subscription will help out this kind of channel and expose what's going on with the Chinese basically trying to rape the entire world, okay, of all their resources. And then on top of that, what they're going to give you back in return is they're trying to make the world's biggest military, that they want to go on a world conquest to make us into a bunch of slaves. So in other words, they'll steal everything that you have so they can then make money, so then they can manufacture all the tons and tons of weapons, control the economics of the world, so they can rape you and screw you even more. Just think about it, how the whole thing in China, it has nothing to benefit anybody from around the world. And it doesn't even benefit the people of China. They're always getting screwed by their own government. Their government has basically enslaved millions and millions, 1 billion people enslaved by a handful of stinking Chinese communist bastards, okay, who are out to destroy the entire world and all their resources. It's just a land of freaking evil, people, is what it is. They're just, and that's what these democratic socialist pigs in the United States want to do to the United States too, you know. So anyway, people, I hope you guys enjoy that. Until next time, have a great one. Bye-bye now.